All right. I think we're here. I think we're live. Well, I hope we are. Yep, I can see my other. Cut the volume out on that. Cut the volume out on that. Put the apropos music on in the background, and we'll see if anybody's going to come in here and play the trivia game tonight. I hope you can hear me out there. If anybody is here. This is Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Actually, trivia will be the game we'll be playing tonight. So please stop in, get the buzz on, and we'll see. And we'll see who comes in tonight. Oh, we definitely have to, we have to make, oh, I can't do it over there. I've got to do it over here. Let me get my act together here. I see a couple of people coming in here already. I appreciate it. I see my brother Kenneth Johnson. I see Joe. Of course, Joe's here. Let me moderate myself. Of course. I hope they can you guys hear me out there? I'll have to put my let me see if I can hear myself. You hear that pink? Okay, let's see if I'm coming in. Yes, I believe we are. I believe we have volume. Cool, man. I don't have to put this air thing in here anymore. See, cause I'm on this. It's called live streaming. It's a new kind of a thing that I have my that I have the trivia game on, and this is going to be a cool trivia, Joe. I don't think you're going to smoke this one, my brother. I made this one a little more on the difficulty side. I'm a managing moderator now. The whole. Get rid of that. There we go, man. This whole YouTube experience. Chris, how we doing, brother? L. Harvey, man. I'm glad you guys are here. I got a nice trivia game rigged up in the back here, man. Make sure it isn't playing right now. Yeah, it's on pause. Cool, man. Cool. You know, we gotta get the head in the right atmosphere today, bro. We gotta absolutely. I want to stop saying bro too. That's another thing, man. I listen to other people say it, and I say, you know. I gotta get this vernacular cleaned up. I got a guest coming on here, not tonight, maybe tomorrow night, or the night after. But her name is Linda Platt, and she might even be in here to play the game later on today. And I met her on Facebook, and this is an amazing woman. She is the #1 woman photographer in boxing. She's the queen. She was photographing Ali, Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes. She has got some amazing, amazing stories. I spoke with her for about an hour on the phone today. Mazokeen. I like that one, bro. I like that one. Mazokeen. Let's get a few more people in here because I don't want to play the game with nobody in here. And I mean, Linda Platt, you can Google her. She is just an amazing woman. I reached out to her. Because I saw her last night when I was going to bed. I can't sleep in silence. I can't sleep with music on. I can sleep with somebody talking to me. Like I'll go on a YouTube channel, and I usually go on one that it's not going to keep me awake. Because if I go on, if I go on Blood Boxing and he's doing a live, and man, I'm up. I'm in for the duration. But I went over to it's called why does my mind do this? It's a pro wrestling channel. I'll think of it in a second. But anyway, she was on there. Art Bell. There we go, man. Gertz, how we doing, my brother Gertz, man? Yeah, you know, I put that on. But anyway, I put the I put the wrestling thing on, and Linda Platt is on there, and she's being interviewed, and I'm like, oh shit, she's the boxing photographer, and man, she lived the game. She is such a cool person. I can't wait to get her on here. You know, we spoke for about an hour, like I said, man, and it just I said, Linda, I just gotta turn the live on because this is a beautiful conversation we're having. It's a shame that we can't just do this live, man. But anyway, she'll be on here real soon, so keep your eye on that one. That's going to be so interesting. Why can't I think of that fucking wrestling channel? Filled a little too big for my first one. I got I'm smoking some super sour diesel mixed with a little bit of vanilla kush. Nice blend, heavy on the indica. But I take a little piece of the super sour, a little piece of the vanilla kush, and put her in here. And we got like 10 people in here, man. Let me get like 15 before we stop, because you know I got Joe in here, I get the drunken Irishman in here, I get the tech dad, Marky Zan, he knows his shit, man. Chris, man, all you cats, El Harvey, Kenneth Johnson. I want a competitive game here, man, because you know we got our grand $25 prize that we give away at the end of it to the one who gets the most correct answers. There's my man Scott Gonzalez. Okay, brother, salute, Scott. Good to see you in here, my man. Oh, and my count's even, there we go, 11 people. Keep it coming up so we can start this game. And make sure you hit that like button. I don't know why, but everybody says it. And dust off those thinking caps, because I'm going to give you we're going to start this. You're going to see this is not going to be one of my easy peasy ones. I sat down yesterday and I said, I got to put a little bit of a difficulty factor in here. So the also rans, the usual suspects are not going to take first place in this easily. They may. I'm waiting to see the drunk Irishman come in here. I know Joe is, I don't know, man. I think Joe may be just artificial intelligence. He may not even be a person. But anyway, I appreciate the participation. And yeah, what the fuck, man? Let me do a trio. See, a trio is a way to get real high. See, everybody wants to give it to Tim for pizza, but man, hey, Tim is one of my newest best friends. You know, I met him a couple of years ago, and I've been to I met him at an event. I met him in person, and went out to eat with him. Had him on more shows than I can even count. He's just such a cool dude, man. Just such a beautiful man. One more, and we can start this concoction. The altitude is hitting too, man. This is the way to be. Retired, stoned, talking boxing. My friends, that's pretty much the most fun I can have with my pants on. So we're gonna do that. One more. The effects have hit in. In fact, I feel a little perspiration when I do that. especially like under my nose. Not snot, not snot. It's just a. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get this game started. We're on at the 2-minute countdown, and then we'll get to the first question, which is pretty easy. We're not going to start it off very hard. I can guarantee Joe will get this one. I can guarantee Marky Zan will get this one. Gertz. See, you got to be as old as me to get some of these questions, because I went back to the 80s and the 70s, and I went back to my era. And as we wait for this, for the first question, shot in the lungs. I got some really good lungs twist. I go to a pulmonologist, and I make sure I tell this guy I hit the Toka 2 50 times a day. I smoke the dabs. I do the vapes. He says, "You don't smoke cigarettes, do you?" I said, No, man. I haven't touched a cigarette in fucking. I can't even tell you the last time I smoked a cigarette. And you don't smoke the crack or nothing like that. Never, doc. No. Strictly the cannabis. He checked my lungs out. He said, "Man, your lungs are some of the cleanest air passages I've ever seen." He had me do the stress test, put me on the respirator. He says, "Man," he says, "something about that marijuana. It doesn't inhibit it doesn't constrict your breathing vessels." I said, "Just one of the many benefits I get out of it, doc." But anyway, let's get to this game, man. We're on the 40 some odd second countdown, and it's funny because I got 3 screens in front of me. And I got 3 different numbers on each screen. In the studio, it says 20 seconds to go. On my cannabis station, it says 25 seconds to go. And on my Bruce Gas YouTube station, it says 17 seconds. I could have done that faster and made it more effective, but you get it, man. See, that's why at the end, if the scores are close, okay, here we go. In the 1975, George Foreman took on 5 opponents in one afternoon. Who wasn't one of them? 1, wasn't it Terry Daniels? 2, wasn't it Chuck Wepner? 3, wasn't it Charlie Polite? Or 4, wasn't it Alonzo Johnson? And see, what I'm going to do is, if we get some close answers, I got a wheel in here. We're going to spin the wheel if it comes down to the time constraints, because I don't think everybody's computer's on the same time. And I'm seeing a lot of right answers come in here. Keep them coming, my friends. Keep them coming. We'll spin it off at the end. We're not making a speedy thing. So if everybody's computer's not synced, everybody's got the equal chance. And this one, we should all get this one, man. The 5 fighters in there, who wasn't one of them? Chuck Wepner, 100% on this one, man. I guess even the difficult ones are easy for you cats. Look at Joe, man. Fucking Joe knows all the shit. Charlie Polite passed away a month ago. Wow. Shout out to Joe. Like I said, Joe is artificial intelligence. He put Charlie Polite in there and birth and death. And let's go, man. We got 5 more seconds to the second question on here. And this is boxing, jazz, and more. So expect boxing, jazz, and more. Who was the original drummer for the band Weather Report? 1, was it Steve Gadd? 2, was it Elvin Jones? 3, was it Billy Cobham? Or 4, was it Alphonse Mouzon? The heavy band, the crossover band, Weather Report. A lot. It'll take some guessing here. I see we got some jazz people in here. And it kind of evens up the contest. I throw some jazz quizzes in there. Joe doesn't get them on that one. And hey, guessing gives you a 25% chance though. But the original drummer for Weather Report, when I saw him, it was Peter Erskine, and that was in 1981, I believe. The original drummer. In one of the funkiest bands, Joe Zawinul and Wayne Shorter formed it after the Miles Davis In a Silent Way sessions. What a great band. Weather Report, Alphonse Mouzon. It was Donald Romeo. It was Miroslav Vitos, Wayne Shorter, and the legendary Joe Zawinul. That's okay, man. Guess them up. We'll keep the scores all over the place. Well, Chris, smoke some good herb. Put the headphones on, the earbuds, man, and you will go to a different planet listening to some weather report. Who did Hulk Hogan defeat to win his very first WWF title? 1, was it the Iron Sheik? 2, was it Superstar Billy Graham? 3, was it Rowdy Piper? Or 4, was it Bret the Hitman Hart? Hulk Hogan's first world title. He's probably had about 10 of them now. But who was the first one? And I remember this one, man. It was in 1985, 84 or 85. I think it was 85. Sitting here watching it, man. This person had just lost the title to Bobby. Just won the title from Bob Backlund. Hulk Hogan made a deal when he signed with the WWF. He would win the belt on his first appearance, not build him up, win it on his first appearance. And who was that against? USA. Pooey! The Iron Sheik, Mr. Mean Gene. And the Iron Sheik was such a cool guy, bro. Let's see how many of them got that. 50%. See, we got 25% and 25% for Piper and for Superstar Billy Graham. The winner, the Iron Sheik. What a glorious time it was. This is when wrestling fans were wearing Rolexes and driving BMWs, man. It was an awesome time to be a wrestling fan. WrestleMania 1. And we'll throw some questions about that in here too, but at the end of 10, we'll recap the scores. Who refereed the highly disputed one-round knockout of Michael Dokes and Mike Weaver? 1, was it Mills Lane? 2, was it Larry Hazard? 3, was it Joey Curtis? Or 4, was it Arthur McCanty Jr.? This is the highly controversial, a fight that made me say, what the fuck? I was screaming. I was like, get out of here. Let's get these two in the ring again. This cannot happen. Let's see how. Hey, Jory, man, let me make sure you're we're gonna stop everything. I gotta give Jory his wrench over here, bro. Thank you so much for coming by, my man. Appreciate it. Always good seeing you. Who was the referee between this first crazy bout? Yeah, I'm good and high, and I'm able to multitask, wrench the man up, keep the game going. The winner was Joey Curtis, man. Joe got that one. Joe was first in there. Marky Zahn was in there. 25% said Mills Lane. And hey, I appreciate you cats playing the game, but like I said, this ain't gonna be the easiest game I ever played here. Let's get to the next question, man. 25 seconds, that's enough time to do a hit. And we come to question number 5. That means we're 20%, we're 10% done with the contest. Who was Larry Holmes' last professional opponent? 1, was it Mike Weaver? 2, was it Butterbean? 3, was it Brian Nielsen? 4, was it Bone Crusher Smith? Larry's last opponent. Look at that snapper dapper. And Larry Holmes' last opponent, and I'm going to talk when I talked to Linda tomorrow, man. She told me some stories about Larry Holmes, and oh man, this woman is the first lady of professional boxing, and I am honored to have her on here tomorrow if possible, man. Larry Holmes' last opponent, Butterbean. 50% got that. Joe right in there, man. Brian Nielsen was his next, was on that list, but he was in that last list. I think Brian Nielsen was the last guy to beat him. But Butterbean, man, Big Eric Esch, that was Larry Holmes' last professional opponent. He was 52. Imagine that, man. Fucking Larry. Let's get to question number 6, man. I'm digging the participation here. I'm feeling the vibes. You cats digging this, man? What instrument did Ron Carter play? the amazing jazz man Ron Carter. Was he a trumpet player? 2, was a piano player? 3, was he a guitar player? Or 4, did he play the bass? And I saw this guy 3 times, and I think 3 times, 2 or 3 times, man. An amazing. Oh, I talked to him on Twitter. He's got a Twitter page. I hope it's him. But anyway, you're going to be a jazz man. If you're a jazz man, you will know this one for sure. Let's see if anybody's got the correct answer. I think I might have stumped you, so I don't see it in here at all. Unless El Harvey got it, man. I don't know, because I can't tell if that was the first question or the last question. But the answer is, man, this was Miles Davis' bass player on one of the greatest jazz albums of all time. This is the quintessential upright bass player, Ron Carter. And Joe got that, man. Joe, who I wouldn't figure Joe bopping around Harlem digging on jazz with a zoot suit on, but he's the only one that got it. Hey, man, that's all right. Guess, jury, yeah. See, bass, you can put bass in there, but you were too late, brother. You got to get it in the time a lot, what it says on your screen. And Ron, like I said, brother, earlier, this is going to be a very all over the place. This is a smorgasbord contest. There's going to be a plethora of questions from the categories that I'm on. Who did Sean O'Grady defeat to become the WBA lightweight title? 1, did he defeat Ray Boom Boom Mancini? 2, did he defeat Livingston Bramble? 3, was it Jim Watt? Or 4, was it Helmer Kenty? Sean O'Grady, a career that would, I mean, it would glow today. He fought out of Oklahoma, got about 100 fucking victories and 5 losses. Just the bubblegum kid, I think they called him. Just entertainment personified. Hey Joe, the Irish luck is you, bro. You probably got that fucking horseshoe up your ass. This one was no guess, I'm sure. But I see answers all over the place. 80s boxing, you gotta be part of the game to know this one. But it was Sean O'Grady. He was a friendly, nice guy. I think he was a free med student. And it was Helmer Kenty. I think it was even a Sunday afternoon, NBC Sports World. Great stuff, great fight, great memory. Helmer Kenty out of the Kronk Gym. The first fighter out of the Kronk Gym to win a world title, and defeated by Sean O'Grady. Fun stuff, man. Joe's the only one that got that one right, but hey, that Joe, I don't know, man. You know, I think him and I might have a couple of the brain cells that busted up together. What crossover jazz album put George Benson on the charts to fame? Was it We're On Our Way? 2, was it Uptown? 3, was it Lordy? Or 4, was it Breezin'? This was the one that George Foreman put out in 1976, and man, he became a millionaire after this one. I saw him. I saw George and Billy Cobham on 2 separate bands playing together. This was the This Masquerade, and we're lost in this masquerade. I don't see the right answer up there yet, but thank you for participating. I think I know the weakness here is jazz. But the answer is, of course, man, 1976, Breezin'. I can go pull it out of my collection. In fact, I'm going to do that just for shits and giggles. It was the jazz album Breezin'. Nobody got it. I stumped you all. I'm going to even show it to you. Let's see here. I don't even want to do that. I pull a lot of stuff out. Nope, I couldn't pull it out. That's what she said. Let's resume this game. Wow, it takes a. I'm gonna refresh my screen up there because I'm seeing how it's like 5 seconds behind on my screen down here. And yeah, I think that was a little better for it. Joe the Human Encyclopedia. When it comes to boxing, yes. Jazz, well, we'll give him a B plus on his jazz knowledge because he is getting there. So we will resume the game. We'll get question number 9 coming up here, and then we'll take a recap and we'll see how all you cats are doing. Get to the next question. I don't even know what they are. I sat here doing these things. I said I'm going to put together a random trivia contest, leaning on all my little avenues of expertise. And let's see what the next one is, man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The question is, how many rounds was the longest fight in boxing history? 1, was it 90 rounds? 2, was it 120 rounds? 3, was it 115 rounds? Or 4, was it 110 rounds? Susanna, my sister, always a pleasure to see you. Great gal, great channel to my Filipino community. Shout out to Susanna. Thank you so much for coming by. The longest bout in boxing history. You can Google it. I can't right now. I got too many things going on. The answer is 110. You're going to see number 4. I think. I even forgot. But it had the 2 names, man. 2 of these guys from the 1800s. $25%. Hey, Joe knew that one. I'm gonna have to block Joe from these boxing questions because he's making it too difficult. But like I said earlier, at the end I'm gonna spin the wheel and make a deal. So if you get the right answer, Joe's got that superior internet system. I think he may be CIA connected. The Irish intelligence going on there, man. You know, got that rapid stuff. American won gold medals for 3 consecutive games at the Olympics from 1960 to 1968. Who did not win one? 1, was it Muhammad Ali? 2, was it Joe Frazier? 3, was it Jimmy Ellis? Or 4, was it George Foreman? An easy one. Who did not win the gold medal at the Olympic level? And this is the United States aced 3 gold medals, 3 straight Olympics from 1960 to 1968. All the names are on the board. 1 doesn't belong there. Which one is it? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And the answer is... See, this was a pretty tough one, too, because I see questions all over the place there, too. I see the answers. You know, this takes a little bit of a historic mind, I guess. But yet, Jimmy Ellis was the only one on there who didn't win Olympic gold at the Olympic level. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, and George Foreman. Ali was actually the light heavyweight, but we'll still call it consecutive games at Olympic gold medals. And that's 10 questions, man. Let me put this on pause for a sec. Let me display the leaderboard. Joe in first place with 7. Marky Don in second place with 5. El Harvey with 3 and Chris with 1. Jory, you got 2. Keep playing, my friends. That's only 20% of the game. We still got a elongated game to go. And like I said, I put some weird questions on here that Joe's going to have to not just rely on his boxing intelligence for. A little bit of jazz, a little pro wrestling. I think I might have put some crazy ones on there that was going through my mind late in it. I was trying to finish it up, but let's get back to the game. Resume the game. Let's pause the game. Resume the game. There we go. Okay, next question. What was the first match at the first WrestleMania? WrestleMania 1. Was it Rowdy Piper and Mr. T? Was it 2? Was it King Kong Bundy versus S.D. Jones? 3? Was it Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant? Or 4? Was it Brutus Beefcake versus the Iron Sheik? This was the first match at the first WrestleMania. Dinner time, my brothers. Thank you for coming by. The Bud Files salute. Welcome to the trivia game here. We're only 20% done. There's still 40 questions to go. $25 cash out prize right to the winner. I mean, you can go to the bar tonight and stick around here. The first match at the first WrestleMania. I've said this one before. I remember seeing it. This is when you got to be a wrestling fan to know it, or you got to be paying attention to me to know it. WrestleMania 1, the first match. It was number 2. It was King Kong Bundy and S.D. Jones. S.D. Jones won a House on the Hill. I think it was like 7 seconds. Bundy with the famous 5 count. And the guesses are all over the place here. Joe said Rocky and T. Joey, good shot, my brother. Hulk Hogan and Andre, 50% said that. And once again, with questions like this, they tighten the scores. They make the contest more interesting. And that is what it's all about. Interesting and entertaining and fun. Because, man, 7:30, anybody could be anywhere. I wouldn't be here unless it was something to do. Deionized water is water with which of the following removed? 1, unchained atoms. 2, oxygen. 3, iron. Or 4, hydrogen. Deionized water. What's removed from deionized water? I mean, it's kind of pretty simple when you look at the answers, but we like to throw a freaking curveball in there once in a while. Let's see who's got common sense in here. It's called deionized. What do you think's removed from it? Duh. The answer is question number 3 that nobody got. Damn. Let's get to the next one. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got 2 points on the board because I stumped you guys twice already. on the real fucking, I put this one here. Like my lady says, "Come on." I said, "Nah, come on." And come on. Next question, please. Whose picture is this? Sitting in the corner. 1, is that Prince? 2, is that Miles Davis? 3, is it Get This Smoke? Or 4, is it Aaron Pryor? Whose picture is that sitting in the corner with his hands on the ropes? Is it Prince? Is it Miles Davis? Is it Get This Smoke? Or is it Aaron Pryor? That, my friends, that's a picture of Miles Davis. Joe got this right. El Harvey thought it was Get This Smoke, and a couple even thought that was Aaron Pryor. Man, that's on a Miles Davis. Miles, the boxer. I can't remember the album it's on, but Miles Davis and boxing are so interesting. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and change my bong water. I just did a hit. It clogged up on me a bit. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Miles Davis when I come back. So please bear with me. Okay, nice and clean. It could be cleaner. I could have scrubbed it out, but it's clean enough to do the job. And we're back again. I see Talib Cunningham, my brother. Salute, man. Thank you so much for coming by. Little trivia game we got going on, man. Hey, my sister smoking in G Shop. Salute. Thank you, Joe. That was going to be one of my trivia questions. I was going to say, for a bonus, who's on my shirt? And as we know, it's Joe. Now let's resume the contest. I got this bong all filled up. Let me do a hit for my sister smoking in G Shop. I got a little mixture of vanilla kush and super sour diesel. It's making for a very, very nice trivia game here. We're starting with the 10th question, so we've only just begun, as the Carpenters used to say. You know, this is my go-to word right here. Oh no, man, I can't even do that. Wow, I'm on the cannabis thing here. I was gonna highlight Smoking and G's comment, man. Cool, because that's kind of, sometimes somebody can say 100 words to me, and my comeback is cool. It could be an enthusiastic, or it can be a cool. Game resuming. Here we go. Resume the game. Click, boom, bang. Question number 11 coming up in this intense trivia competition. Make sure that music is playing again. Keep it going. Absolutely. Gotta have something going in the background, or I'll lose my mind. The next question. In a standard game of Monopoly, what colors are the two cheapest properties? 1, is it yellow? 2, is it green? 3, is it brown? Or 4, is it blue? The cheapest properties in Monopoly are what color? Hey, Rock Truck, how we doing, sister? Awesome to see you, man. Awesome to see you. I didn't even know this until I see, because this was in the game. When I play this trivia, I have to take all these questions out of the game and put my own in there. And I'm going through and I said, that's a pretty cool question. Let me leave that one in there. Oh, my sister, a Sawbuck. Thank you so much, man. Rock Chalk, $10 super chat. God bless you. So appreciated. What color is the poorest color on a Monopoly board? I'm humbled with that. Thank you so much. And it's brown, downtown brown. You get yourself a brown house on Monopoly, and it's not going to be worth much money. But anyway, 60% of you got that. I guess there's some Monopoly players in here. I wouldn't have had any clue. I would have said, I don't know what I would have said. But it's once again, these are the questions that tighten the scores a little bit. And next one, Sugar Ray Robinson had a dream that he killed an opponent in the ring, and he did. Who was it? 1, was it Phil Moyer? 2, was it Jimmy Doyle? 3, was it Artur Sandoval? Or 4, was it Alfredo Cabral? This is one of the amazing things in boxing, one of the believe it or not. Sugar Ray Robinson had a dream, and he contacted a priest. He wanted to pull out of the fight, and the priest said, no. He prayed with him, and what happened in the fight, man? It makes the hairs in the back of your neck stand up. But it was a guy named Jimmy Doyle, and this is in the history of boxing. Bizarre, man, bizarre. And 100% of you got that one right, and I'm glad. It shows you. It shows us that we're not surrounding ourselves with mediocrity in here. We got some high thinkers, some moving minds, as I like to call them. Let's get to the next question. We got a few more seconds. Enough time for me to do another poke on the poker too. we'll get to the next question. Who was the original guitar player in the band Return to Forever? 1, was it Pat Metheny? 2, was it John Abercrombie? 3, was it Bill Connors? Or 4, was it Al Di Meola? One of the most popular jazz bands around, electric crossover, whatever you want to call it. I saw them. This is the band that made me love jazz. And it was, I mean, all 4 of these names on here are immortal Hall of Fame guitarists, but only one of them was with the original. And when I saw the band, it was the second guitar player. So I didn't even see the original. But, you know, I mean, being the historian of jazz that I am, I know who it was, and I have many recordings by him. But surprisingly, it was a cat named Bill Connors, an Englishman. And you can check him out. I mean, Bill Connors is an awesome player. He's got some great stuff. I saw him play solo at a jazz festival at Berklee Conservatory. I think it might have been the ECM in '78. Great concert. But anyway, Bill Connors. I stumped you again. That's 3 for Bruce Gass. 67% said Pat Metheny. 34% said John Abercrombie. And I've seen every guitar player on this list, and they're all like masters, man. They're all like, wow. They're all wowzers. But it was Bill Connors, man. Just these guys, they move their fingers around like an Uzi. But they're playing a medley on it. Hawk and Animal were known as 1, the Bushwhackers, 2, the Road Warriors, 3, the Orient Express, or 4, the Samoan SWAT team. Yeah, see, this is when I'm going to do my quizzes. Flawless Mark, my brother, salute. So good to see you in here. I'm going to do them like this instead of just boxing, instead of like just whatever, just wrestling. I'm going to put all kind of shit in here and make it very, very eclectic. Because I think I have a very eclectic kind of an audience that follows me around, that trolls me, that screenshots me, that loves me, that hates me. But anyway, man, Hawk and Animal, an unbelievable combination, man. They were like you didn't want to get in the ring with these 2 guys. Even when they were wrestling with you, they could still fuck you up. And some people they go into the arena, and this is the job of wrestlers. They see that they had to wrestle with Road Warriors, they turn around and walk out. I mean, they hit you with some of them potatoes, and you know, some of them real bumps, as they say in the business. We all do, Rock Chalk. It's almost a badge of honor to have these stalkers. You know, like people will tell me they've been talking about me on this show, they've been talking about me on that show, and I say, hey, how cool, man. Which of these fighters did not fight in 5 different decades? Now think about this, 5 different decades. 1, was it Saul Mambi? 2, was it Roberto Duran? 3, was it Jack Johnson? Or 4, was it Archie Moore? Now these fighters all had unbelievably lengthy careers, but only 3 of these fighters fought in five different eras, 5 different decades. Just like Bruce Gass. Bruce Gass has smoked weed in 5 different decades. I've been watching boxing in 5 different decades. So which of these fighters did not fight in 5 different decades? This is like I said, man, earlier, these ain't going to be easy. We're almost time to go for a recap of the scoring here. Let's see what you cats said on this one. Which one of these guys did not fight in 5 decades? They only fought in 4. But, I got you again. I got you guys again. Saul Mambi, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Anyway, all these guys fought in 5 decades. Archie Moore, 4. And I love stumping you motherfuckers. I don't want to be saying that online either anymore. One kind of. Who was Arnold Cream? Come on, who was Arnold Cream? 1, was it Sugar Ray Robinson? 2, was it Joe Louis, spelled wrong? 3, was it Jersey Joe Walcott? Or 4, was it Henry Armstrong? See, it's spelled wrong because I dictated these questions and it didn't understand Joe Louis from Joe Louis. But who was Arnold Cream? Which one of these cats was he? Come on, historians. Traveling Fools, I love you, bro. I love you. His birth name, Arnold Cream, Jersey Joe Walcott. And we've got some answers all over the place. You know, I just know this one because I just know it. But I can see, take a stab here, take a stab there. 84%, most of you got this one. It was basic for us boxing heads, I guess. And if you didn't get it, you never forget it. So remember that. That's the beauty about these little trivias. See me, I forget it. I forget everything. But you cats, young minds, young spongy brain cells, they retain a lot. Who was Muhammad Ali's first trainer? 1, was it Georgie Benton? 2, was it Bill Miller? 3, was it Archie Moore? Or 4, was it Angelo Dundee? This is Muhammad Ali's first trainer. And this is question number 20, so we'll take a short break after this one when we get the right answer. Keep those answers coming in here, man. You know, like I said earlier, this is not easy. My brother Flawless Mark, Dr. Mark, man, great guy. I go see his shows and it kind of puts me at ease. I watch my day and it makes me think, but he makes me think in a restful manner, which is very, very unique, brother. So keep doing what you're doing. Who was Muhammad Ali's first trainer? He said he wanted him to sweep the kitchen floor. And he said, I'm here to box, I ain't here to sweep the kitchen floor. And that was it, man. Muhammad Ali moved on. And it was Archie Moore. He went on to face him, and I will floor Archie Moore in 4. And that was, and it's been history ever since, man. So here we go. Let's put a pause in this old dog here. Let me do a hit and let me go to the scorecards and see how we're doing out here. I'm gonna display the leaderboard. And I'm gonna go plug. My laptop isn't plugged in, so I just lost the power on that one. That's the one I'm watching on the Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and More. And the other one I'm watching on my Canada's Entertainment channel. I just have to go in here, plug this old boy in. Man, I'll tell you, I am blessed. I got laptops, crop tops, screens in front of me, desk screens. All right, let's see. Let's focus my eyeballs in here, and Joe is still in first place. 13 correct answers out of 20. Chris is in there with 6. Jury, you're still in there with 3rd place, and everybody else is hanging in tough though. And believe me, you stick with the game, you're gonna see some questions in here that's not all boxing. You know, Joe from Kokomo might go down, man. So if you're shaking them dice and saying, come on, Joe needs a new pair of shoes, he may come up barefooted. So stick with the game, and thank you so much for coming by. Let's resume the game with a click of the wrist. 1 second, here we go. How many times did Marvin Hagler officially get knocked down? 1, was it 4 times? 2, was it 3 times? 3, was it 2 times? Or 4, was it 1 time? Marvin Hagler officially getting knocked down. I see that, Dr. Mark. I will absolutely go sub to your new channel. In fact, what I do, how many times did Hagler get knocked down? Let me see if I can go do it right now. Go to the channel and subscribe. Make sure I get all the notices. And bango. That's done. Very simple. Everybody in here's got wrenches. Go subscribe to Mark's new channel, and bango, we resume the game just like that. Marvin Hagler was officially knocked down once. It was a slip. He didn't really get knocked down, but it goes on the record as the one knockdown in his career, as opposed to somebody like George Chuvalo, who was never officially knocked down. And Joe got that one, and El Harvey got that one. 25% said 3. Got 3, and 25% and 13% said 4. But loving the game. Joe, you bastard, you're sneaking away with it over here. I gotta get some Jasmines up there. Which boxer is credited for? Who was the guy who knocked down Marvin Hagler? What boxer was credited with that knockdown? Was it Willie the Worm Monroe? 2, was it the Hitman Hearns? 3, was it Juan Roldan? Or 4, was it Boogaloo Bobby Watts? Joe, let's see if that comes up, man. Because that's supposed to happen. You're supposed to be able to do that with the, with the guessing. And the answer is, and of course we know it, we couldn't believe it, but it was Juan Roldan. Juan Roldan, who had beaten Frank the Animal Fletcher on an unbelievable knockdown on the Hagler Duran undercard, and he got his title shot. And tough kid, man, tough Argentinian, but no match for Marvin Hagler. He is in history books though for officially having a credited with a knockdown of Marvin Hagler. And everybody guessed on every answer we had in there, so good stuff. This is what I like to see. This is what makes it go in here. And Joe, yep, the name recognition got it. What's the astrological sign for someone who was born on Valentine's Day? Another one that was in there. I said, let's keep it in there. 1, are you a Scorpio? 2, are you a Pisces? 3, are you a Capricorn? Or 4, are you an Aquarius? Valentine's Day, February 14th. Which one of these astrological signs are you? See, when I was doing my thing, when I was growing up, 18, 19, 20, you go in the bars, you hit up with a girl, you say, hey, what's your sign? They know what you're talking about. You say, no, what's your sign right now? You think you're a fucking devil worshiper. Oh, I'm a Capricorn. Oh, I'm an Aries, man. Aries and Capricorns, you know? Yeah, baby. And, you hit it up and do. El Harvey got this one quickly here. a Valentine's baby. Maybe, well, I guess there could be some joke about that. But anyway, 34% got it. You're an Aquarius. I wouldn't have got it. But yeah, I guess I would have. Because I'm a Capricorn, and Aquarius is next. But I don't know any of them anymore. I used to act like I knew them so I could pick up the broads and act cool. But, I mean, I'm going back to the discos. The new jacket stuff. Back when Bruce Gass still had a fucking full head of hair on his head, man. But it was the Aquarius. The Aquarius is on this day, and I see Joe didn't get one. So see, once again, Joe scores up a little bit. Joe gets knocked off his lofty high horse over there, maybe. And what boxer retired Ken Norton? Was it 1, Scott Ledoux? 2, was it Jerry Cooney? 3, was it George Foreman? Or 4, was it Ernie Shavers? The boxer who officially retired, Ken Norton. Put my other computer on so I can monitor. Hey, there's my brother Nick M. Nick M's Classic Boxing Channel, one of the best channels on YouTube, man. He put up some shit today, man. I can't remember because I never can, Nick. What was it today? Was it a Thomas Hearns fight? No, it was Jerry the Bull Martin and Saad Muhammad. Was that the one, man? Anyway, man, you go to Nick M's Classic Boxing Channel, and you can't go wrong. This dude has got awesome fights. It's almost like breaking out the VCR. That's exactly what it is. I think that's where he gets them from. Let me refresh this screen here. Get back to the next screen. It was Jerry Cooney. Scott Ledoux almost did. George Foreman. Well, that was a long time ago. Shavers would have been a close one, but Jerry Cooney was the man who made Ken Norton fight no more. I think Joe's playing games over here because I think Joe would have known that one. I don't know, man. I don't know. Brian May was the guitarist for which band? Was it the Doors? 2, was it the Rolling Stones? 3, was it Queen? Or 4, Pink Floyd? Brian May. A band that I never listened to, but it looked good on the paper. I think this is another one that was on the AI list. I said, keep it up there. I might have some people who knew that one. Dimitar, that might get you the right answer by writing it like that instead of pressing the numbers. We shall see, my brother. We shall see. Brian May was the guitarist for which band? I dug the Doors. The Rolling Stones I dug. Queen I never got into at all. And Pink Floyd, I listened to them, but I was never a Pink Floyd addict like some people are. But the Stones, I love the Stones, man. And the Doors, that's way back before I could even drive a car. But Brian May was the guitarist for Queen. As a matter of fact, that's the answer to question number 25. We're only halfway through with this exciting and intriguing game here, so I appreciate any cats who's hanging in here with me, man. We're only halfway done with the game. There's a $25 Cash App prize. Like I said, you're going to get it like that, enough to go out and have a drink on Bruce Gas, enough to go have a pizza if that's your thing. Even stop at the store and buy an eighth, man. Prices are going down. If you had a pound of weed and sold 12 ounces, how much would you have left? 1, would you have a zip? 2, would you have a half pound? 3, would you have a quarter pound? Or 4, would you have 2 ounces? Come on, get your old dealer shoes on over here. You had a pound of weed, you sold 12 ounces. How much you got left? Shit, come on. Let's see who got this one right. Let's see if I stumped you all. Because I got 4 points already for me for people not getting the right answer. All right, man. Jury got that. Jury, what were you doing in your past career here, man? But 16 ounces in a pound. You sell 12, you got 4 left. And what's 4? That's a quarter pound, man. That's a quarter pound in any pothead's language. All right, my man. Let's keep this contest going on. We'll get to the 30 question mark and 4 more questions, and we will do another recap of the scoring. I don't see Joe winning any big ones over here, man. Joe might have taken a little bit of a break in the action, but see, those are the kind of guys I'd like to sell to. Joe and Rock, you get 2 ounces out of you sell 12 and you only got 2 left. I'll say, where'd they go? You didn't get that from Bruce Gas, man. He give you 16 ounces of decarbolization converts THCA into what? Decarbolization converts THCA into 1 THC, 2 Delta 9, 3 Delta 8, or 4 CBD. What does decarbolization convert THCA into? Something I just learned about, and it's so important in making edibles and doing extracts and things like that. That I learned this about 2 years ago, but I've been doing it ever since, man. You know, not for smoking it, but for other things. But decarbolization converts it into THC, pure and simple. THCA is legal. Donald Trump did one thing right in the presidency. He signed a farm hemp bill. And what that did was that decriminalized possession of, in fact, what it did was it converted the whole THC thing into it converted the cannabis plant to a much broader spectrum of THC, Delta 9, Delta 8, CBD, and they've even got some other ones now, THCX and THCP. But anyway, man, it made it so it's legal unless it's decarbolized and turned into THC. THCA is what we put in this bomb, and when I put the heat to it, it becomes THC. So anyway, The only good thing Trump did in his fucking 4 years, I hope we don't have to see him for another 4 years. Let's resume this game and enjoy this decarbonized over here. Carl Froch knocked out George Groves at Wembley Stadium in front of how many screaming fans? One, was it 80,000? Two, was it 75,000? Three, was it 50,000? Or four, was it 100,000? Am I high, or did we not get the answer for that last one? No, I must have put it on. I must have put it on hold or something. We're at question 28. We still got a couple to go. Carl Froch knocking out George Groves at Wembley. How many people were there? If you said number one, 80,000, you would have been correct. I see 20% with 75, 40% with 50. Nobody got 100. But Joe's back in the game. Chris took himself to first place over there with being a little quicker than Joe. Maybe Joe's having a couple of Budweisers right about now. Maybe he's slowing down a little bit, man. I kind of am, I think, because I just said the scores and don't remember saying them, but the decarbonization, I don't remember even reading the results on that one. What city did jazz evolve? Did jazz evolve from St. Louis? 2, did it evolve from New Orleans? 3, did it evolve from Harlem? Or 4, did it evolve from Chicago? What city is known as the city that jazz evolved from? Get your vote in, man. Vote often, vote early. Brother Mark, let me give you another sub too on the sub on the sub to you from Bruce Gass and from Cannabis Education and Entertainment. That's where we got 2 subs in one click over here. Because like I said, man, I won this laptop over on my brother Cass Sports, man. He does a trivia thing, kind of like I do it. Not as good, but he gives away better prizes. And I won a laptop over there. But New Orleans, 80% of you got that, man. Chris and Joe, unlikely sources in a question like this. And the rest of you too, man. See, it only shows me the top 3 on here in each category, in each answer. The largest selling jazz album of all time. Was it Weather Report's Birdland? Was it Miles Davis' Kind of Blue? Was it Herbie Hancock's Headhunters? Or was it George Benson's Breezin'? You know I have all 4 of these albums. The largest selling jazz album of all time. Almost scary to think about it, isn't it? Let me drop another bud in my tray here because we're only 3/4 done with this quiz, and I'm sticking around to the end. I don't know about you cats, man. I'm here for the duration. So I need a little more herb in my tray, a couple more tokes in my bong. The largest selling jazz album of all time. One of my favorites. They're all my favorites. They're all great, great albums, man. Dimitar playing it the tough way, doing it with the digits, man. Coming in here, blasting out the numbers, blasting out the letters, spelling it right out. Kind OG Blue. I don't know if it's going to accept that. It's kind of blue. We'll see, man. But it's kind of blue. Most people said Herbie Hancock Headhunters. Miles Davis Kind of Blue. It's in the millions. And people love it every day. It gets more and more. But Joe no. Flawless Mark no. And I guess a few other people do, man, because I guess there's more than 3 people playing this game right now, but it only showed me the 3. What does the word sensimilla mean? You know, a lot of people, I got this sensimilla grass. No, the word is sensimilla. It's a Spanish word. What does it mean? Does it mean strong? 2, does it mean sticky? 3, does it mean seedless? Or 4, does it mean orange? The word sensimilla What does she mean? See, I gotta make my orange unorange thing on my screen here. Okay. What does sensimilla mean? It's a simple Spanish word. You could Google it. But it means one thing. It means seedless. A lot of people didn't know that. They think it means other things. But it's the L's are silent, as in most Spanish words with double L's in there, and it means seedless. That's why your cannabis is sensimilla these days. It's seedless. Very seldom do you find seeds in that batch. But Chris and Jory, man. Joe said sticky. Dr. Mark said strong. They're all associated with the herb, but sensimilla is associated with watermelons, oranges, many different fruits. It just means we do not let the males in there. We don't let them near our plants. Who played Rocky's wife, Adrian? Yo, Adrian. Was it Talia Shire? 2, was it Rosie Perez? 3, was it Farrah Fawcett? Or 4, was it Bridget Nielsen? Yo, Adrian. Yo, I know this broad down the street called Adrian. Every time I see her like a jerk, I say, yo, Adrian. She must say, what a jerk that fucking guy is. I don't care. Who played Rocky's wife, Adrian? Talia Shire, number 1. Nando's my brother. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative of that. $5 super chat for my brother Nando. No one does it better than you, OG. Going to the fights this weekend in LA. I'll have an edible for you, man. Sensimilla without the C. That's it, my brother. That's it. And thank you so much for that $5 super chat, man. Talia Shire. That's Mrs. Rocky. And man, Nando, you just made me you just made me feel better with that comment. The God bless you for the Finsky, bro. But nobody does it better. And you know, I don't know if it's better, but I try to do it my own way and a little bit different, just to keep it interesting. And man, you know, I hope it catches on. I'm having a good time doing this. And it's appreciative, feeling appreciated, brother. So thank you. How many professional bouts did my brother Vinny Pazienza have? Vinny Paz. Did he have 68? 2, did he have 66? 3, did he have 60? Or 4, did he have 50? How many total bouts did the Paz man have? I should give him a buzz and say, hey, Vinny, how many bouts did you have? Goose Gas, what the fuck are you calling me for? Say, Vinny, we're in the middle of a trivia game. He's a great dude. We've had him a couple of times on here, but how many total bouts had this Italian stallion have in his illustrious career, man? Toughest motherfucker that ever come out of Cranston, Rhode Island, man. That's Vinny Paz. He's 60 plus years old today. He's still going one-on-one with you. But he had 60 total bouts. The last one was at Foxwoods against Tucker Pudwell. I talked to him about it. He said, Tucker can hit hard, man. And you know that too, bro. But anyway, Jory got that one right, man. You know, it was a guessing thing. But then again, you know, some of my questions, I think they're going to be hard, and you can't get them so easy. So, like, I got to make them almost like in the back of my brain kind of questions, because I guess I'm really transparent. Who was the first triple champion of boxing? 1, was it Wilfred Benitez? 2, was it Robert James Fitzsimmons? 3, was it Henry Armstrong? Or 4, was it Barney Ross? The first triple champion, triple crown, I guess you can say, but triple champion. 3 belts, 3 different divisions. Back in the day, it didn't happen often. Today, there's so many belts out there, it happens like you would not believe. And I'm seeing lovely participation. Bobby, Ruby Rob Fitzsimmons. Is that the man? Was that the first one? I mean, shit, you know it. All the rest of them came behind them, and some great ones too. I mean, Hammer and Hank, the only man who held 3 simultaneously. Can you imagine that? some dude holding the featherweight, the lightweight, and the welterweight division today. One person and actually defending those titles. Just insane, just insane. But anyway, man, Robert James Armstrong, Robert James Fitzgerald, Ruby Robert Fitzgerald, man. That's the first one. 40%. Joe said Bonnie Ross. I think Joe's playing games over here. What was the first fight of Don King's HBO 1980s heavyweight tournament? What kicked off that series? Was it Pinklon Thomas and Trevor Berbick, number 1? 2, was it Trevor Berbick and Mike Tyson? 3, was it Tim Witherspoon and Frank Bruno? Or 4, was it Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks 2? And all 4 of these fights were in the tournament. What was the fight that kicked off the tournament? Back in, what was it, in 1980? 86, I think. Somewhere around that time. But what kicked off the tournament? Now, any of you cats remember? This was one for me because I was doing dope. I was fucked up. I kept passing out, spilling my drink, and this broad I was with kept giving me another drink. It was a bad time in my life, but I remember freaking Trevor Berbick finally becoming a world champion, beating Pinklon Thomas in Don King's tournament. And it was like, whoa. But it was 86 because that was the year that I was getting all fucked up. But anyway, who could ever forget it? Who could ever forget it, man? A few of you said the Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks too, but no, it was kicked off with Trevor Berbick and Pinklon Thomas in an amazing fight. Yeah, Chris is doing pretty good up there, man. In fact, it's time for us to. This is question 36, so I'll wait till 40. We'll check the boards at 40. See, I'm getting buzzed out, so I didn't check the boards like I should have, but we're doing good over here. And who was the last fight of the tournament, man? The last fight. Was it Tim Witherspoon and Bone Crusher Smith? 1. 2, was it Mike Tyson and Tony Tucker? 3, was it Mike Tyson and Pinklon Thomas? Or 4, was it Michael Spinks and Stephen Tangstad? He was they called him Danish pastry. But this was the last fight of the tournament. And who was it? Get those answers in here. The fight ended with Mike Tyson being crowned the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Still not recognized as the lineal by some people, but it ended with Mike Tyson and Tony Tucker. That was Don King's whole idea behind the tournament. Michael Spinks pulled out of it. And he did fight Stephen Tangstad, but instead of taking on, I can't remember who it was, but he chose to go out and fight Jerry Cooney instead. He was considered the lineal by a lot of people in Ring Magazine, but it ended. 100% of you got that one. Smoking Chris on fire over there. 100% of you coming up with the Mike Tyson and Tony Tucker fight. When was the first Newport Jazz Festival? They just had the folk festival this weekend. I listened to a lot of it. There's this girl who puts tapes on there, and I was checking a lot of it out. But the first jazz festival, was it 1964? 2, was it 1960? 3, was it 1958? Or 4, was it 1954? The Newport Jazz Festival, the granddaddy of them all. I've been to several of them, man. Oh, I don't go anymore. I'd rather listen to it watch it on YouTube, man. But what year was it? Now, as a hint, it was the same year that I was born. What year was the first Newport Jazz Festival, man? Miles went electric, I think, in 1968. Wasn't it 67, 68? I mean, there's been some awesome times there. Bob Dylan went electric back in the late 60s. The first one was in 19... Drum roll, please. No, I don't want to go through the trouble of drum roll. I'd fuck the whole broadcast up. But it was in 1954. And Chris is smoking him over here. Chris, you're from across the bay, aren't you, my man? You're from the UK. I see you on a lot of UK channels, man. Man, we're gonna have a look in question number. We got 38, 39, 40, and we'll take a look at the leaderboard. We'll see how you're doing, bro. Because who did Henry Armstrong win his first world title from? One was it P.D. Charan. Two was it Pedro Montanez. Three was it Fritzy Zivik. Or four was it Seferino Garcia. Who did Henry Armstrong, multi-titleist, who did he win his first title from? And it was a lightweight title, 135, no, featherweight title, I'm sorry. And who was the champ? Was it P.D. Charan? Was it Pedro Martinez? Was it Fritzy Zivik or was it Seferino Garcia? Henry Armstrong, Hammer and Hank. Who did he win that first strap from? Get your votes in there now, man. A few seconds to go and the polls close. Don't be caught sitting on the pot, man. Let's go. Get them answers in there. The answer is P.D. Charan. You know Joe's going to get that one. That was a little historic reprise there. I gotta make sure the music's playing again. There we go. Get those tunes playing. Get this game back up here. And get the next question, man. Joe's once again creeping up and making sure he's a presence in the at the top dog over here, because I think Joe's probably won more contests than Joe and the Irishman. They win the boxing trivia. What's the largest freshwater lake in the world? Another one that was on the AI created thing. Is it Lake Superior? 2, is it Lake Michigan? 3, is it Lake Huron? Or 4, is it the Caspian Sea? See, I wouldn't have got that. I forgot my geography from 60 years ago. But I said, let me see if any of these other cats still remember things like I don't. The largest freshwater lake in the world. And I live on a beautiful saltwater bay. I brought that up so many times to show you cats. I can't even do it now because I'm not on StreamYard. I don't have the ability to do it. But keeping with the game, the largest freshwater lake in the world is Lake Superior. El Harvey, letting his presence be known in here, man. A couple of cats said Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, the Caspian Sea. Is it the Caspian or Casabian? I don't know, man. But it's Lake Superior, I think. It was already in there, created by the creators of the game, so I just kind of let it slide. But I can guarantee it. I guarantee it 99.9% of the time they're right. So Lake Superior, is that the one where the Gordon Lightfoot, the Ghost of the End? Who did not play at Watkins Glen? I was there. There were 3 bands there. 1, did the band play there? 2, was it the Grateful Dead who did not play there? 3, was it the Allman Brothers who did not play there? Or 4, was it Bob Dylan? And this, up until recently, was the largest outdoor rock festival ever. It was 600,000 people there. I was one of them. Who didn't play there? Was it the band? Was it the Grateful Dead? Was it the Allman Brothers? Or was it Bob Dylan? All you old deadheads would have to break out your fucking bandanas and your mescaline and see who didn't play there. Because I remember it, man. I can tell you the order they played in. I can tell you the band that I passed out while they were playing. Anyway, man, 1973, and Bruce Gass was right there. The band played, the Grateful Dead played, the Allman Brothers played. Everybody was screaming for Bob Dylan. No Bob Dylan. It wasn't meant to be. But it was a killer time, man. Guesses are all over the place here. Once again, Jory, man. Jory's I don't know if he's a good guesser or a highly intelligent man out there, but he's landed in the right spot at the right time. Who was Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay? Who was his first opponent? 1, was it Tony Huckstetter? 2, was it Tony Esperati? 3, was it Jimmy Robertson? Or 4, was it Herb Seiler? Cassius Clay's first opponent in 1961, I think, man. Who was it? I remember telling people, because on this day, on the day it was September 29th, I believe, and I was at this event, you know, and all the boxes were there, and you know, they were saying their shit, doing their thing, and I said, hey, you know, Ali had his debut today against Tony Huckstetter, the ring announcer. And by the way, today, Newscast just let us know that today was the day of Muhammad Ali's debut in 1961 in Louisville, Kentucky, against Tony Huckstetter. And the place was like, whoa, I didn't know that. And it's like, I only knew it because I was writing the daily thing back then. It was too much work. I couldn't do it every day. I get 4 views on it. The love of the game is still there, but the writing these little 10-paragraph synopsises every day is the thrill was gone. But anyway, Joe got that one, of course, man. El Harvey right on his heels. Chris, you got a second place. See, all these guys were Ali's early opponents, so we can't really. What instrument does Hubert Laws play? The great jazz musician Hubert Laws. Is he a trumpet player? Is he a percussionist? Does he play the organ? Or does he play the flute? That's Hubert Laws, a killer musician. I got a ton of stuff by Hubert Laws. His brother is Ronnie Laws. I mean, the dude is a funk man. He's a classical jazz player. Such beautiful stuff. But anyway, what instrument does Hubert Laws play? Does anybody know? I see a couple of right answers there. Great musician. Plays the flute. Also plays the saxophone too. He multi-reedist. Plays the oboe and shit like that, but predominantly known for the flute. Got some great albums with Herbie Hancock. You know, with Chick Corea, with all the great ones, man. But Hubert Laws, Rock got that one, Jury got that one. A couple of you cats said percussion. Somebody said trumpet. Hubert Laws, though, man. Awesome flute player. Which of these following was a heavyweight champion before the others? 1, was it Mike Weaver? 2, was it John Tate? 3, was it Greg Page? Or 4, was it Harry Coetzee? Which one of these guys was the heavyweight champion first? Well, you know, this is trivia. I go play trivia on my buddy. Oh shit! See, my brain is fucked up now. I can't even think of the name of his channel. I'll think of it as I'm going along. But I go over there and I play regular trivia, and I get them all wrong. I can't believe how stupid I am. But who was the first champion out of these 4 great heavyweight champions? Only one is still with us, I believe. But which one was the champ before all the others? And this guy they had him mapped out to fight Muhammad Ali. They had all kind of big things prepared for him. He caught a left hook from Mike Weaver in his first defense. And it was Big John Tate. Mike Weaver was the champion after that. Then it was Dokes. Then it was Coetzee. And Greg Page beat Coetzee. So all of these guys were WBA heavyweight champ, but John Tate was the first. Who did Greg Page lose his WBA heavyweight title to? 1, was it Tony Tubbs? 2, was it Tim Witherspoon? 3, was it Michael Dokes? Or 4, was it Buster Douglas? Who did Greg Page lose his WBA heavyweight title to? And it was in Buffalo. I remember watching this on HBO. Anybody remember this fight? I got a spit, excuse me. Got my spittoon right there. No offense. And who was it? Who did Greg Page lose his WBA title to? He went down to South Africa and he did Don King's dirty work. And David Bay wouldn't go down there. party was in full force. Entertainers had a boycott and didn't go, but Don King got Greg Page. The allure of a heavyweight title fight was too much for him. And anyway, Greg lost it on his next fight. They were passing that belt around like a hot potato. Who was it? Joe getting those boxing questions coming in here, man. But yeah, man, it was up in Buffalo. Kind of a dull fight. Tony Tubbs won it. Tony Tubbs went and lost it to Witherspoon, who lost it to our main man, Bone Crusher Smith, who lost it to Mike Tyson. And I mean, I was so into boxing at the time that Roberto Duran's final fight was against. The last fight of Roberto Duran was it William Joppy? 2 was it Vinny Paz? 4 was it Jorge Castro? 3 Jorge Castro or 4 Hector Camacho. Roberto Duran's last fight was against. Rock Chalk, my sister. God bless you. Thank you for coming by here, man. Compliments will get you everywhere. But here we go, man. Roberto Duran's last fight was against. Everybody talks about Roberto Duran now, man. I'm hearing good things. I go over the boxing librarians, and he's telling us how Roberto Duran doesn't compare with some of the great lightweights of the day. And, you know, boxing librarian, that's my man. He speaks facts, no emotion in there. He sounds emotional, but he's not. And he's doing a lot of Roberto Duran talking right now. But anyway, who was Duran's last opponent? Hector Macho Camacho. Camacho kind of ended a couple of careers of these of the 4 Kings. As we'll continue playing the game, but Joey got that one right, man. Joe said Jorge Castro, El Harvey, and Vinny Paz. Rock said, man, you know, all these cats were late in Duran's career when when Duran had no business in the ring with any one of them. But this is how great boxers leave. Sometimes it's now with fanfare, sometimes it's with shaking the head. Miles Davis, guitar player who started the Mahavishnu Orchestra after the electric session. 1 was at Wes Montgomery, 2 was at Larry Coryell, 3 was at John McLaughlin, or 4 was at Joe Pass. After the fucking, why see, my mind's blank. One of my favorite Miles Davis albums, man, and I can't think of it, bro. Bitches Brew Sessions, and it's in my head, and fuck, man. Yeah, I definitely got some kind of a serious problem. But the guitarist who left Miles Davis to form the Mahavishnu Orchestra, and who was it, man? Was it Wes? Was it Coryell? Was it McLaughlin? Or was it Joe Pass? It was John McLaughlin. John McLaughlin in the Mahavishnu Orchestra. I've seen McLaughlin a couple of times. I saw him with the Mahavishnu Orchestra once. Unbelievable, man. You want to hear some electric jazz that'll blow your mind? Go check out Mahavishnu John McLaughlin. Who performed the opening theme song for James Bond 007 movie Goldfinger? 1 was it Tom Jones, 2 was it Shirley Bassey, 3 was it Sheena Easton, or 4 was it John Barry? Who was it who did the performing? Oh wow, we're almost over. I didn't even do I've been getting so spaced out here. I didn't even stop and do a recap of the scores. So we might as well just go right to the end here, man. Play it right out and see how we're doing, and see what's going on. So who performed the opening theme song to James Bond Goldfinger? Tom Jones, Shirley Bassey, Sheena Easton, or John Barry? Shirley Bassey. Joe got that one. Chris got that one. And on to question. Well, the results of question 47 are still coming up. See, man, I tell you, the internet speeds are so weird. It's like one signal, but yet I got 3 different speeds coming on 3 different devices. So, yeah, I hear you, man. I'm doing a lot of guessing myself on here. I wouldn't have known this one. but it was towards the end. This was on the AI, so I said, let me keep it in there. And what were my last couple of questions on here? The only boxer to stop Sugar Ray Leonard. Only stopped once in his career. One was it Thomas Hearns. Two was it Terry Norris. Three was it Roberto Duran. Or four was it Hector Camacho. The only boxer to stop Sugar Ray Leonard in his illustrious career. He's got 3 defeats on a career, but only stopped once. And this is the same guy who ended the career of Roberto Duran. He also ended the career of Sugar Ray Leonard. And it is the Macho Man. You know, Linda Platt, who's going to talk about, she loved Hector Camacho. She talked about him so much when I saw her on the show last night. And then I talked to her today. And, man, she'll blow your mind with her boxing knowledge. But the only boxer to stop Sugar Ray Leonard, and Ray knew he shouldn't be in that ring. He knew he had no business there. On the radio, there you go, Joe. I don't know where I listened to it. I watched it. It was on Showtime, I think. Yeah, pretty sure, man, Showtime. And I was like, no, Leonard fighting again against Camacho? And even Camacho was over the hill. Who's the only boxer to knock Jake LaMotta down? The only boxer to take Jake LaMotta off his feet. One was it Sugar Ray Robinson. Two was it Laurent Dothel. Three was it Danny Narduccio. Or four was it Billy Fox. The only boxer to take Jake LaMotta off his feet. Remember, you didn't knock me down, Ray. You didn't knock me down. So who is the only boxer to knock Jake LaMotta down? You never knocked me down, Ray, after the 6th fight. So it wasn't number 1, Mark. Sorry, bro. It was little known on the least known fighter on the list, Danny Narduccio, or Narduccio, I think it is, man. Light heavyweight, late in Jake's career. Jake got officially knocked down. Joe got that one right. Joe, that historian, man. More people said Ray Robinson, but Ray never knocked him down. And it wasn't Darrell or Billy Fox. Both had historic fights. With Darrell, I believe it was Fight of the Year, Ring Magazine in 58 or some fucking crazy year like that. And Billy Fox, Jake admitted he took the thing. Who is Marlon Jordan? Who is Marlon Jordan? 1, is it KQKC? 2, is it Fanon? 3, is it the Drunk Irishman? Or 4, is it Blood Boxing? Who is Marlon Jordan? And that will be our final question. Get those answers in here, man. We'll tabulate the scores. That's question number 50 out of 50. I think that's been enough, man. I don't want to bore you with this shit, because I get bored. I'm going to look after and see how many people... No, I don't. Yeah, I can do that. I have to look at my YouTube analytics and see how long I had audience retention. But who is Marlon Jordan? Is it KQKC? Is it the Drunk Irishman? Is it Fanon? Or is it Blood Boxing? 4 YouTube personalities, 4 very interesting guys. I like all 4 of them. But number 4, Blood Boxing. If you pay attention to his shows, he's said it many a time. I'm not ousting him over here. I'm not doxing anybody. He said it many. He even gives his freaking address out there. But let's end this game. Let's get to the leaderboard. Let's see how you cats did, man. Let's see how we did. And it looks like, once again, Joe's in first place. 29 and 26. Yeah, Joe got him by 2. And Chris, man, Chris was coming on strong with 18. That's the first 3, man. You guys kicked ass, man. I gotta tell you, out of 50 questions though, but I'll tell you the percentage points aren't there, Joe. Usually Joe's up in the 80, 90%. Today Joe was only in the what's the percentage out of 50 questions? You got 29. Let's see, I have to pull my calculator up for that one, man. %, Joe. Joe comes at us with a 58% corrected scoring. Usually he gets 100%, but he did pretty good today, though. Once again he won it, though. I think we're gonna have a rule around here. If you win 3, you're gonna have to come on the panel and become a judge with me, become a moderator, because I have the ability to do that. Guests are welcome on here. Keeping with what Chris said earlier, it's a pizza for Tim Witherspoon, please. All right, man. Let me give Tim a buzz and see if I can. Let's see if I can bring him up here. Let's see. I gotta do it like this. I do it like this. Let's see if he answers the phone. We can. Let's see if he answers.
Please leave your message for 215-303.
No message. We'll send it to him though. We'll ship it to him right now. Let me get my screen straightened out here. Do this. This one. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. No, not that either. See this fucks me up here. Let me see if I can. Let me see how I do it. Yeah, I guess that's about all I can do. But anyway, the game is over. Fun time. We will make sure Terrible Tim gets a $25. Because man, I'll tell you, he can use it like anybody else can out here. Hey, Skywalker, salute, bro. You just missed the trivia, my brother. But that's all right, man. Appreciate you stopping by. This is my man Skywalker Boxing. One of my original friends over here on YouTube, man. Okay, I got a I'll call Linda after. I got an email from Linda. Let me call Tim up. Oh, he didn't answer his phone, so I'm not gonna bug him. But I'll send him that cash out. A pizza on Joe. Put a special note in there for it. My Obama phone is slow, but bear with me, it does work. Okay, hey. 25 balloons. Add note. Joe says, have a pizza. Tim Spoon. Hey, see, that's almost scary. See how fast you can do things today? How fast you can do things online? It's like, just like that, boom. See if it shows it without the reflection. Yeah, see the little clip? You sent Tim Spoon $25. Joe, you're a good man. And you know, you can have somebody lift your phone, and they could send themselves your whole fucking bank account. So you actually got to be kind of careful with these things. See, I'm not. I leave my phone all over the place. It's a good thing it's big, so I can feel it in my pocket. But a lot of times I just I forget about it, and I say, oh, I got to feel, make sure I still got it. And you get that Cash App in there, and anybody, I mean, I am a dope as far as internet stuff goes, but anybody can get that and empty your freaking account right out. I never even thought about that until just now. Rock Chalk got a cool channel. Oh yeah, man, please, anybody out here? I think I'm already subbed to Rock Chalk's channel. Anybody want to go sub to any channel out here? Please throw your links in if you want subs. I love getting new subs, man. I just got 2,050 subs today, and I'm like, wow, that's so cool, man. Man, if I can pick up 10, 15, and I don't know what makes it so cool, but it's just fun to do. It kind of lets people give you appreciation, and it makes you feel a little bit more accepted on here. It's a little more legitimized, you know. You're not just talking to yourself all the time. I am most of the time, especially on my new channel, my cannabis channel. I go on that fucking thing almost every day. I went on there today with my, well, you're gonna have to sub to it, but yeah, please do. That's my other channel. You gotta go sub there. You got to go sub there. Let me go put that freaking channel in here. How dare I not have that channel in here? All right, we have to switch accounts. Go to cannabis. Go to the cannabis man over here. Go to the channel. Yeah, so please, this is my second channel. If you see, I'm not talking a lot about weed here. And if you think I don't talk much about weed here, then you want to come to my other channel, Cannabis Education and Entertainment TV, as you can see. And let's see if I can end that sucker. I just took it and I went to Cannabis Entertainment. But anyway, that's my new channel. It's so I can have fun and talk about the weed. I'm not going to talk a lot about it on here, but I do. Not enough to get me in any kind of trouble or anything. But on that channel, it's almost 99.9% dedicated to that. I did a show today. There were some chipmunks in my yard. I went out there with my camera. Didn't go out there. Just sat here and used the freaking, use the camera. Yep, the vape, bro. There you go, man. Sub to the Bud channel. Yes, I was. In fact, I wanted to see how many hits on the vape it took me to get the buzz on. I stopped at 13. It was nice. And if you want to see more about it, go sub to the channel. But we want to thank Joe for participating tonight. Once again, winning the game. One of these days, we're gonna have to seat Joe on the sidelines and not let him play and give other people a chance. He's just too smart for us. I don't know what else to say. Mixing these two strains together, though, I'll tell you, as much as I like the vapes, there's just something about the flower. Thank you, sister. Technique, how you doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by, man. This is YouTube. We stop by when we can. We give our thumbs up. We salute the man over here, and I appreciate you stopping by. Techniques is always coming by when I'm doing shit, man. He's a cool dude. Supports the channel well. What else can you say, man? You're on YouTube. We know you. We like you. You come to our channel and support us. And it's cool. It's good. It's a beautiful thing. But anyway, man, once again, man, special thanks. Rock Chuck, thank you for that super chat. Nando's, thank you for that super chat, man. You don't get too many of them. I appreciate them. And what else can I say, man? Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more trivia. Check us out again soon. We're doing this on a regular basis, as you know. I'm going to do questions. I'm going to do a lot more contests like I did tonight, where I incorporate the boxing element, the jazz element, the health, and I'll put more health and education. I want to add some bodybuilding questions in there. Maybe a little question about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ronnie Coleman back in the days when the gas man was hitting the gym every day and getting swell. We can do shit like that. And man, you know, every single one of you. De Niro, a little late, bro. Yes, I'm gonna go live for the Crawford all day, brother. I'm gonna make a fun time out of that day. That's Saturday. Yeah, definitely stop in sometime during the afternoon, man. We're gonna have a good old time. That's an excuse for me to just kick back all day, a love affair. You know, those bastards at ringside, they're gonna be sitting in that hot California August sun, and with no shade. I don't see how they have any shade. They're gonna be sitting in a freaking soccer field, and I'm gonna be sitting here in my nice, cool seaside shack. Probably won't even need to put the air conditioner on. Right now I got a fan on. I don't even need it. I can shut it off. It's more like annoying. Do me a favor. Tell me if you can hear when I shut this fan off. That way it'll let me know if I get any interference. Just before I cut out of here. Did you hear that click off? I do have a good microphone. It's very sensitive. And that's just the does it kind of clean up my sound a little bit when I do that? Just wondering. But anyway, once again, thanks for coming. We'll see you next time. How do I see? The thing is, on this isn't StreamYard, so I gotta figure out how to get out of here. And I don't want to take my brother Jay Hardcore's how the hell do I get out of here thing? Because really, here we go.